Okay, fantastic. Thanks for coming back. I'm going to share screen again. One of the other ways that people use satire and parody is in something called a subvertisement. So think of advertisement and it's subverting that. So it is using maybe a company name that sounds just like the real company, but then in the advertisement, maybe it's pointing out this company actually never delivers on their promises. So like Canada Post, easy subvertisement because it seems like the claims they make, and they have a monopoly up until recently on delivering items. So subvertisements use very similar format, character even, symbol is changed just a little, yet they're using that to satirize, to make fun of, to point out for the purpose of change or changing our attitude, something about that company. So I'm going to show you some subvertisements. Again, this is one other way that you can use parody and satire in the portfolio. So I don't want to scare you with the word portfolio. It's just 3. You're going to choose 3 ways to satirize, 3 different methods, whether that's a song parody or a clip of some kind. And I have this all laid out. You'll get that in your package. I'm just showing you some of them so that you'll be able to keep this in mind as we go through it. If you're like, oh, that was really funny or cool, I'd like to give that a try. Or I can already think of what I want to satirize, which ad jumps out at me. Okay, so we have Absolute Vodka, and we have like broken bottle, blood on it, absolute mayhem. So just, again, just a really, it's not preachy, it's not long, it's not a paragraph, it's usually just a phrase, not even a sentence, that like twists this idea of alcohol and fun and parties and all of that stuff. It twists that a little bit by giving an alternative message. Sorry, my phone keeps communicating something weird to my laptop here. Okay. So we have, instead of cigarettes in our packaging here, we have like bullets, right? So smoking kills. And then can you guys see this sugar frosted fat instead of what? Okay. What instead of what? The colors, the logo.
Frosted Flakes. And
Yeah.
instead of Kellogg's, it's Kill Kids.
Right. Can you see our kind of chubby tiger, or is the Zoom pictures? I see your Zoom pictures here, so I can't see the chubby tiger. I'm not sure what you can see. Okay. Right. So we have, just want to point out the really sharp subvertisements use the same font. So instead of Kellogg's, we have Kill Kids, right? So just pointing out the sugar cereals, but using the same kinds of font in the same positioning with the same color. And then we've got like some kids dying, babies drowning or something in here.
I would endorse this cereal.
You what?
I would 100% endorse this cereal.
Okay.
Looks delicious.
Yes. And then we just have some other graphics we're familiar with. What's the message here, you think, in this first one, you idiot? Ryan, what do you think?
I don't know. It just goes against the use of YouTube.
But why would it say you idiot?
I don't know. Insulting YouTube users? I'm not sure.
Okay, sure. There, and you can probably, even though I love YouTube and have used it many times in this lesson alone, there's a lot of just stupid things posted there. Okay, good. What about this one? Build-in body fat. What is the logo with the colors that they're using here?
Isn't that the Dunkin' Donuts logo?
Sure is. So somehow, even though Dunkin' Donuts doesn't look at all like building body fat, we still recognize it because they've put, they've got this instead of build-in, instead of Dunkin', we've got build-in. And they've used the same font, the same coloring. So these are examples again of subvertisements. Okay, this is a little more serious and there's a little bit more of a message here. So take a second. We know this swoosh and we know this just do it is Nike, but why this image? I don't think we're just talking about, yeah, just pee on a wall. Yeah, just do it. It's not like toilet humor here. What is being communicated? About Nike, about how its products are made, for example? Take a guess.
That like their shoes are made by poor kids in Bangladesh and India and whatever.
Okay, so their clothing, their shoes, it's just much cheaper to have it made by child labor under horrible conditions in other parts of the world and have it shipped here. So this is a message trying to, what do you think the people who've subverted the Nike ad want you to do? What do they want you to just go, oh, interesting. What do you think they're hoping for? Kasena, any ideas?
Maybe that you would like reconsider buying from companies who support like child labor and stuff like that.
Sure, good one. Maybe they just want to create some awareness. Like, do you even know how your fancy products are made? Good. Okay, so me. All right, what have we got here on the left? Han, what's this one a subvertisement of? Any ideas, Han, what this one on the far left is a subvertisement of? We've got Dead Bull. Okay, maybe he's slipped out for a moment. Sam, what about you? Dead Bull?
It kind of symbolizes how some people are like, the caffeine can really affect them negatively and kill or seriously hurt. It doesn't leave you with the energy that it advertises. It leaves you more in deprivation. I don't know.
Okay, great. Just what company is being subvertised here? Or what brand? Sam?
Red Bull. Red Bull.
Good. Right. So agreed. Like whether they're saying you drink too much of this, it's actually poisonous and it's going to kill you, or whether you get like a quick caffeine high and then like you die out after, or just it's so full of garbage that it's killing you. Like, I'm not really sure. We don't know for sure, but definitely play on words there. And that's all it is. Like you see, there's no other comment under here. They've used the coloring, the logo, all of that, the font to very quickly communicate something. What about our $6 coffee here? Subvertisement of Starbucks, which is really expensive. Again, there's no other logo. There's nothing else under here. No other tagline that would tell us. It's not preachy. It's just very simple, very quick. And if you don't look carefully, you can think this is a Starbucks ad. Like if you're driving or flipping through, if you don't look, it looks so much like a Starbucks. And this looks a lot like a Red Bull depending on how perceptive you are, you may not even notice initially. Okay, and here we have just a blank billboard, which again is communicating this idea of, hey, remember when we weren't being bombarded all the time? So some organization or company has like paid to not have anything on here instead of having something on there to just have the joy of not being sold anything. Or maybe it was not being rented at the time and they just spray painted their little message on there. Okay, look at this one. Kind of interesting, eh? The way they have spaced out, still using the same font. So we know exactly they're talking about CBS, but they've spaced it. So it's like CBS, right? If you want to watch BS, then you watch CBS. We've got McDiabetes instead of McDonald's. Just showing you lots of ideas to hopefully get some of the ball rolling for you. And then this garbage can, another way of communicating that a lot of people like Adbusters and others simply continue the conversation with these sort of speech bubbles. So they have just put this sticker over this garbage can and communicated, we waste so much and there's so much in there that this garbage can eats better than 60% of the world's children. So again, just hopefully getting people to pause and think about the amount they consume, the amount they waste, and hopefully move them to action. Okay, we're just gonna fly through some of these. So there's this shopping cart is full of brands that are just have been subverted. Okay, we've got here like a maniacal Santa here, kind of like Uncle Sam, like we need you in those posters for World War I enlisting. But instead we've got I want you with Santa like talking about spending so much. And then this, again, drawing attention to child labor in appalling conditions that many of our top brands are using. Okay, again, absolute end here. We've got a crime scene in the shape of the Absolute vodka bottle. We have a little spin on the Snow White story with the bite in the apple. And then we have really a comment on models and what we've come to believe is beautiful. So if you can see bones and models look like cocaine addicts, this is somehow beautiful to us and has been at different times throughout the last 20 years. But we've got like, feed me, like I need a little more to eat. Okay, great. So those are all examples of subvertisements. And that will be another option that you have in your portfolio of parodies and satires. I'm just gonna quickly make sure that that is everything that we needed to cover. Any questions about that for me? Okay. Okay, last thing on the docket for today. And I'm just going to share this. I really am going to share it.
You can play a normal game.
So here's a Canadian example of an extended kind of subvertisement where they're mocking, they're satirizing an actual company. Hang on one sec there, buddy. So satirizing an actual company, but doing it in a way to sort of point out the problems with this company and that it's not all that it offers, not all that it claims to offer. Okay, so here we go. Last one for today.
You probably like to go places, but with the price of hotels these days, who has the money? That's why I like to use something called Trivago. Last week I had to get out of town real fast, never mind why, I just did, okay? And Trivago totally hooked me up with this amazing abandoned train car just off Highway 7 on the outskirts of Parry Sound. And all it cost me was a fist fight with a family of ferrets. You know what you're thinking? You're thinking, hey, is that what all the blood on his hands are from? It's not. Trivago gives you a number of places to stay on the cheap. Places like drained backyard pools, tool sheds people leave unlocked, empty graves, hotel, Trivago. I found my belt. You see my belt?
Okay, so that's from this hour, has 22 minutes, and there is actually a Canadian company called Trivago, not spelled that way, Trivago. I wasn't as familiar with that as some of the other companies like Expedia and things like that, but that is another example of parody. So that is all that I had for us today. I am going to put some work up for you. I think some of it might already be there. Most of it might already be there for Wednesday. You do need to save a block on Thursday or Friday, an SD block, to be working on English. I haven't assigned a lot of homework if you're using those blocks. And remember, I'm available like Monday to Thursday during school hours. I will try to get back to you. I certainly am working beyond that, but I'm not always checking email. I'm making up delightful packages and I'm developing exams. So I am working away, but not always checking my school email. But I will definitely be doing that during the day on those school days. So if you're running into some bumps, please let me know. I will have your last assignment for English in the package that goes out Wednesday. Please make sure you submit your hard copy of To Kill a Mockingbird, Merchant of Venice on Wednesday when you drop things off. Also, since we're on the topic of history, you can submit your thesis and 3 body paragraphs at that time as well. Sam, I see your hand. I do want to wrap up as promised very shortly here. Yes.
So you are not assigning work till Wednesday?
I am not assigning it till Wednesday, like for your block, but it is up there. So if you're like, oh man, this stuff does not come easily to me, I might need to like be thinking about this and be working on this extra. I just know for some of you, like essays come really easily. That's just the way your brain thinks. Some of you, satire and making jokes and seeing inconsistencies comes naturally to you. So that's going to be easy for you to whip off. Some of you, it's not. That's just sort of the course tries to engage all learners and give you an opportunity to shine at what you are good at and improve what you're not. So I don't know if song parodies you've been singing since you were 3, or if you have never done a song parody except for last year. So it's there and you can get a jump on it. I can even put the assignment, would you like the assignment page up in Edsby for Wednesday before you get your package? I'm happy to do that. And then you can look at that if you want to get going on that. Okay?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, sure. I will write one of my thousands of sticky notes to do that. Oh, see, I've even lost my sticky notepad. You don't even want to see what my desk looks like. It's bad. Okay. I hope you guys are doing well, and let me know if you have any questions. I think Han, you and I were going to chat a bit, so I will stop recording this right now. See you guys.